Hey all, here at OS Reviews. In this video, we're checking out something pretty interesting and cool. It is the Solar, or Soleil, would be the French pronunciation, AI live speaker. Essentially an interactive Bluetooth speaker that has a screen with customizable anime-inspired characters that you're able to push over and have it dance, interact with music, or even converse with, kind of like a companion device and a little bit more interactive versus just a normal speaker like an Alexa device, an Echo, just as an example. Now I have to iterate that this is their alpha prototype, as you can tell there, so it's not 100% production finalized. That is, the current unit here is largely 3D printed, so some of the edges and craftsmen might be a little bit more rough compared to the finalized production version, which will be, again, created in a factory, potentially having tighter tolerances in terms of the build quality of the shell. However, the concept, as well as the way that it works, will be largely the same. And now, technically, it's not our first time seeing a similar kind of concept. You guys may recall that several years back, there was a product from Japan called the Times Box, kind of putting a similar holographic anime character inside of a capsule that you can display on your desk, kind of kicking off this category. But the difference here is the Solar is more designed as a speaker first, aka like other Bluetooth speakers, it actually comes with its own built-in battery, which I don't think any of the other previous products that we've seen come equipped with. It's around 4,000 milliamp hours. You can bring it with you in the car, so it's not just tied to one spot inside of your house, for example. A little more compact, and also the drivers they're using for the audio system should be a little bit better for things like playing back music, with the display and digital avatar part being more of a bonus or secondary addition to the speaker instead of being the other way around. Many of those previous models focused a bit more on the display, which might be more expensive to manufacture, like having a holographic 3D screen compared to this one being more conventional 2D panel. Again, the reason why it's being primarily advertised as a speaker, but at the same time, it's also going to be the most cost-effective variant of this concept that we've seen. In fact, early bird pricing, if you pick one up on Kickstarter, is estimated to be sub $250, a couple of $100 less than all of the other competing products that you may see in this sphere. So in recap, benefits being more cost effective, as well as having slightly better audio, having a built-in battery allowing you to use it when on the go, are the three aspects making this one stand out a little bit more. As far as a quick rundown of some basic specs, the screen on the front is essentially like a smartphone-sized panel. In fact, it has the guts of something like a more entry-level smartphone inside as far as the computing processing is concerned. There is 32 gigabytes of built-in storage for the digital avatars that you can switch between. Dimensions of the IPS LCD panel measures 8.1 inches, and the weight here is around 2.2 kilograms, covering a frequency range through the speakers of 55 to 20,000 hertz, has built-in microphones as well for picking up your voice if you're using it in the conversational assistant mode, with connectivity inclusive of Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.4, or you can use it in the wired connection mode through a 3.5mm headphone jack on the back as well. And so before we take a closer look at the performance, do an audio test, there is also an optional companion app that you can use to further customize things like pushing over other characters, and the RGB lighting can also be customizable in the final production version. Right now it's in this kind of gradient color, RGBIC, that slowly changes across colors of the rainbow, looking quite dazzling. So let's start here with the final hardware tour. Aside from the LED strips, we have just the actual speaker grills here on the left and right side, giving you some angled stereo separation. It does also support TWS mode as well. So if you pick up two or more of these speakers, they can actually daisy link with one another with additional left and right channels. And more specifically, the speakers can pump out up to 60 watts of output, including a passive radiator there just for dedicated bass on the very bottom, in addition to the drivers on the left and right sides, which are responsible for the mids as well as the trebles, as you can see over here. So it definitely pumps out a bit more sound versus having just one speaker, like we usually see on some of these AI companion displays or assistants. So again, audio really is one of the main selling points here. So in a way, these are all practical choices. Now located on the very top of the unit, you'll find the controls, and this corresponds to a power key that you can press on for about 3 seconds to turn it on and off, as well as two knobs and dials that you can also press on to engage with changing a carousel of different characters, sliding between dance mode versus idle mode versus music mode, providing you some basic controls. So pretty tactile and responsive, although it's not a touchscreen display, at least on this pre-production unit. But on the rear, we have the Type-C port for charging, taking around 2 hours to fully charge up. And the 3.5mm kind of wired connection mode, if you want to plug it directly into a music player for listening to audio instead of using wireless Bluetooth, as well as kind of a reset key as well. The very bottom just looks like this, some soft touch rubber materials, preventing it from sliding around on a surface or a desk. So it has a kind of interesting angular shape going on, inspired by the cyberpunk mecha design. Again, catering to fans of sci-fi, as well as maybe anime, will kind of like the aesthetic that this thing is going for. As for pairing, if you want to use it only as a Bluetooth speaker, you simply open up Bluetooth settings on your phone, computer, or tablet, and then hold on the right key here for about 3 to 5 seconds to initiate the pairing mode, then tap on the Solar AI Live speaker. And afterwards, you can simply start to play back whatever audio you want to stream over to the speaker, whether it's through YouTube, local files, Spotify. Just tap on play as a demo here. A couple of takeaways would be there's actually a few more LED lights around the rim of the entire unit, as you can tell there, that comes to life when the volume level is a little bit higher, actually giving a pretty cool profile look once illuminated. I didn't realize that these were additional lights that were in here when it was off by default. Also, glad to report that audio quality is quite impressive, offering surprisingly decent bass and impact as well to the sound, so it's not too tinny or distorted, gives a nice punch when it comes to drum beats and lower frequency sounds, having a bit more fullness to it because of the larger drivers inside, and having that stereo separation. In addition, mids and trebles also have sufficient detail when it comes to instrumentals and vocals for it to still be an enjoyable experience. Now you can tell that in the music playback mode, the avatar will start to dance automatically, bopping along to the beat of the rhythm, which is rather cute. And again, this is just in the normal Bluetooth mode, connecting to any device via regular Bluetooth, and it will just start this by itself automatically. We also saw how earlier the controls on the very top, the first dial, will correspond to volume. Raising it higher and lower, as well as play pause controls, also seem to be functioning just fine, like most speakers in this regard. Definitely louder and richer sounding compared to any phone or laptop speaker because of the much bigger drivers inside. Again, with other options, the audio tends to be more of an afterthought versus more of a priority on this particular unit. Alternatively, pressing on the dial in one time allows you to toggle between the regular music playback as well as the AI conversational assistant mode. You can see the lighting pattern also changed to green as long as it's successfully connected to Wi-Fi or the internet, and now it'll be picking up your voice using the microphones if you want to ask it quick questions, again similar to something like Gemini or ChatGPT, albeit speaking in a slightly more playful way in line with the character. Solar have also stated that in the final version of the companion app software, you'll be able to add additional details when it comes to prompting. For example, some background for the character for them to speak in that manner to make it feel a little bit more alive. So you can enter some of those parameters through the app for additional character personalization, which will influence how it responds through the large language model. Similarly, if you tap on the other dial once, you can actually have it engage in kind of an idle mode in which it will also just slightly float around a little bit more inside of the unit. So there's a couple of preset animation modes that you can play around with, including this one here that gets rid of any animation at all. Kind of like a figurine or display mode. So just by tapping on those dials, you can control these properties. Let's take a closer look at the companion app next. Now keep in mind that, again, this is still pre-production software, so we'll have to track to see if any of these elements will change over time. But right now, this is the current version 1.0. And on the very top here, you're able to gauge to see if you're connected, the current battery and charging status. And the first time that you are pairing to it, you'll be able to prompt to enter your Wi-Fi password information for your router so that the display, aka speaker, is able to remain connected for the AI assistant mode. Although you can always use it offline if you simply want to use it for music playback as a speaker, the choice is yours. If you don't want to touch that particular aspect, you don't necessarily have to connect it to the internet. So for example, tapping on some of these characters, they'll get pushed over. It's relatively responsive right now, so on and so forth. And you will be able to eventually upload additional characters of your choice in the final software. Now down below here, there's also speaker controls. So the first tab is for lighting, for the RGB strip light on the speaker. So by default, it's in this, again, gradient effect, but we can also change the hue into being a little bit more yellowish or warmer colors, similar to some Govee smart home lighting. Going ahead and also switching to some of the other profiles, all looking relatively elegant, I will say, overall. And yes, all the lighting inside of the panel, as you can tell there, will slowly ripple back and forth. It's not showing just only one static color at a time, but rather it is dynamic, as we can see a little bit more clearly over here. So inside there's these animations that are flickering across the entire area of the strip that makes it feel a little bit more lively. Additional speaker controls that we can see down below here, such as decoration, allows you to also find other transition effects. So for example, under the floor decal, that's changing the style of the platform on the very bottom of the character is kind of floating on, as you can see. A couple other examples and styles are shown, which we can navigate through using the companion app. So unlocking some additional customization for the display, essentially including some of these background elements, transition effects that you're able to play around with through that tab. And in the finalized version, there's also some additional voices, again, that you're able to customize for the characters, as well as some more equalizer options for the speaker can be found there as well. And some basic settings, including over-the-air updates, and also displaying some lyrics for certain songs. But again, some of these pieces are still undergoing finalization and optimization, being able to download and share characters created by others as well, creating customized characters and animations by uploading a few images. No coding or design skills are required, and they claim that in the finalized version, more animations should also be refined to make the movement feel more realistic and smooth. But this is how it looks initially on this version 1.0 software. And last but not least, a couple of rapid fire points. The speaker itself is not waterproof or ingress rated, so try not to submerge it into water, at least on this initial version. And in terms of battery performance, if you're using it with the display activated, connected to Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, listening to music around 50% volume, again, rather loud using these speakers, the earlier demo was only around 30% volume, already filled up the space without any issues. Then the battery is estimated to last around 2 hours give and take when detached from the wall. Alternatively, using it in pass-through mode by connecting it to a power adapter is also feasible as well. And finally, in the end software, they claim that the built-in microphones will be able to be used for answering phone calls as well when paired to your phone using Bluetooth. So just a couple of things to keep in mind. Again, some of the syncing with the music rhythm for the character movements, animations are still undergoing final optimization. Again, allowing you to customize it with even more voices. Those are all aspects of the app that will be interesting to track as the unit becomes more polished. But great to see the hardware already functioning in the current state. Again, with pretty satisfying audio as a compact Bluetooth speaker at the end of the day. Granted, if we had to be very nitpicky as a dedicated speaker, it would also be nice if they could consider adding a few more high-res codecs if you are an audiophile. For example, it currently doesn't support LDAC, so it is using the normal SBC and AAC audio codecs. But then again, if you are an Apple user, maybe it doesn't matter as much since iPhones don't support LDAC anyways. It's more of an Android exclusive codec, or you could always use it in the wired connection mode if you wanted to. So there we have it. That's been our initial first look at the Solar Character Speaker, kind of a live house where these anime characters can live within as a display piece, dancing along with the beat of the rhythm, with more impressive audio than past versions of products like this that we've seen, all at a slightly more affordable and accessible price point with a built-in battery are some of the, again, highlights of the hardware on this particular model. So you can check out more details if you're interested in something like this in the links down below. It will be initially available through Kickstarter, but again, the product itself is, for the most part, looks to be nearly there and almost completed from a, at least hardware point of view. It's just the software is undergoing a little bit more refinement, and perhaps at that point we can follow up with a deeper look at the finalized software version as an update. Also, just to know that it's not a touchscreen on this first generation model, so interaction is using the dials and controls as well as the companion app, but it's pretty easy to just pick it up and start using, rather straightforward. Though if you wanted to touch the character and interact with it, maybe that could be an interesting additional functionality or sensor they could consider in a second gen model down the line. But anyways, thanks for watching here at OS Reviews. Kind of an FYI that this product is one that you can now find available on the market. A pretty fun speaker that just feels a little bit more lively and customizable. If you are a fan of anime, cool desk decor gadgets, and lighting pieces, this might be up your alley. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews.